Okay, happy Thanksgiving.
All right, you guys. I'm sorry we had to cut it short because I got a trade that we got to report. I'm gonna go ahead and use Ryan Divish, but I know that I'm gonna pull some stuff from Mariners insider Shannon Drayer in just 1 second. The Mariners have made a trade. They are getting Carlos Vargas and Sebi Zavala for Eugenio Suárez. So
the Diamondbacks.
To the Diamondbacks, excuse me. So Eugenio Suárez being traded to the Arizona Diamondbacks. Bump, while I pull some more information, your immediate gut reaction, just immediate reaction to Eugenio Suárez being traded to the Diamondbacks.
For who is what I'm asking. For who? Now, I know Gino, he's part of the strikeout club, right? Lots of strikeouts from my man. But defensively, he's been good. And I just need to know more about these players, honestly.
Yeah.
I just need to know more.
From Bob Nightingale, Zavala is the bigger part of the trade with the Mariners. The two sides have been discussing this for weeks. Again, if you're just now joining us, the Seattle Mariners have acquired catcher Sebi Zavala from the Arizona Diamondbacks. This in exchange for Eugenio Suárez. Now, it's interesting. We heard the Mariners as they entered the offseason, specifically with their postseason press conference, saying that one of the things that they wanted to change as an organization is we need to strike out less. We love the power that Gino brings, and he is a fan favorite, but he is one of those players, along with Teo, that were, tops in the league in strikeouts. Him and Teo had a ton of them, and I wonder if the organization was looking at Gino thinking, like, is he giving the return for these strikeouts that we would otherwise love? Like, Mike Trout strikes out a ton, Julio strikes out a ton, but you also get power from those guys. They're franchise guys. I wonder if this is a bigger part of the organization moving towards getting more contact this offseason. I'm a little bit surprised because Gino was so great at third base for you this year. And, run prevention is a huge part of what you want to emphasize as a team. But I'm with you. It's I want... aggressive acquisitions and getting rid of potential power with a team, a player that was great with RBIs for you this year does make me a little bit nervous.
Yeah, it does. And you're getting a catcher who he's played in, 176 games total. You're getting a reliever as well. So now I'm thinking, okay, there has to be a corresponding move now, right? You get a reliever. So what does that mean? Does that mean that you're going to use your bullpen to go get some more work, get some more talent? Like, I want to know, because right now this feels like, okay, you got rid of strikeouts and you got a catcher who's not an everyday guy. Mm-hmm. You have a reliever, obviously not an everyday guy. It doesn't feel like you're addressing the problem still.
I know, Curtis.
It feels like you might be setting yourself up to do it, but obviously this isn't addressing the problem.
They made the trade last weekend for Luis Urias, who can play in the infield all over the place, but I don't view him as a starter. I wonder if this is their way to say we're going to trade from our pitching to go get a bat, specifically a third baseman, because that's a pretty big hole you have right now. And yeah, Eugenio Suárez struck out a ton last year. He had over 200 strikeouts. They didn't give Teoscar Hernandez the qualifying offer because he had over 200 strikeouts. But that's still, 22 home runs, 96 runs batted in that you're going to have to replace somewhere, 70 walks, Like, there's still value that Eugenio Suárez had, and he was a great fielder, too, during his time here in Seattle. But like Bump said, I don't think this trade fixes the bigger problems that the Mariners had in 2023. You got to hope that there's a bigger move coming, because right now this does not make you a better team going into the 2024 season.
Does this say anything about their situation with Tom Murphy, do you guys think?
I think this means that Tom Murphy's coming back.
Has to be, right? Too. You don't make that move unless you're going to.
Because they also traded for Blake Hunt, who was a Tampa Bay Rays minor league catcher. So this kind of says to me that Zavala is probably your backup catcher going into the next season.
We're just gonna stick with this. Should we go 4 down territory?
Yeah, we're gonna have Brandon Gustafson, who writes for our website.
Just some casual show planning on air.
He'll come on at 11:30. We'll do 4 downs prior to that. We'll continue with this trade. While we learn details. Yeah. But Ken Rosenthal confirming, Bob Nightingale, Ryan Divish, everybody's confirming this trade.
Better make a move, y'all.
I know. Let's stick with this for one more minute before we get to 4 down territory. Bump, I'm with you on this one. And I got to be really honest. Seeing someone that's like a backup catcher does not Now, I'm not saying that I was looking at Gino as Eugenio Suárez as like, he's going to save your season and improvement from him is going to be the key behind it. But I am getting nervous the more power you get rid of.
I still saw Gino as a guy who's capable of stepping up to the plate and driving in some runs in a situation where you need him to do it. I also see him, I know him as a guy who's going to strike out as well. So I understand if I'm seeing this the way I think I'm seeing this. They're getting rid of strikeouts. They got a reliever and a catcher. They're going to do something with that pitching staff, whether it be in the bullpen or a starter, because you don't make that move and don't address what's going on. You have to be setting up for something, and I hope that's what it is.